What's going on, everyone? It's JP here from Crypto Hobby. Today we're going to be talking about the Omnitude ICO that's going on right now. But first, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video if you like it, and hit the notifications bell so you get notified every time a new video comes out. And so Omnitude is an ICO that's happening right now, and I've had quite a few requests from people wanting me to do a review on this. It's actually quite popular now, and it's gaining steam. And there are actually several videos out there reviewing Omnitude, but the comments that I was receiving were telling me that the videos were a little bit technical, and they wanted me to try to break it down and make it a little bit easier to understand. And so that's what I'm going to do today. So we're going to go through this. It's going to be kind of basic, but you know, it's not too complicated, the concept of what they're trying to do here. But I wanted to just kind of break it down for you and let you know step by step what's going on with this and what it is that they're trying to achieve. So before I get into that, though, I'll just let you know that the pre-ICO is already over, and the general sale is going to be going on from March 28th through April 25th. So March 28th is when they'll reopen the main sale, and they'll be listed at 46 cents per token. I believe the pre-ICO was 40 cents. So, and this is, by the way, open to US residents as well. So since it's a utility token, and they do a KYC, so they verify your identification, your identity, and it's very simple. I went through the process, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. But it is open to US residents, and so starting on March 25th. Also, I am not being paid by Omnitude to do this review, just so you know. I will leave a little referral link below that you can click on, and it helps by giving me some extra tokens of theirs, but that's the only way you know, that I would be compensated for this. It just helps out. It helps out to get a few extra coins, because it takes a lot of work to go through these ICOs and review them, as you all know. So it just helps to support the channel, and I appreciate it. But you don't have to use the link if you don't want to. I'll leave it below. It's up to you. So okay, so let's get right into it then. What is Omnitude? Let's just understand what this is. I'm going to read you one paragraph here, and then I'm going to break it down for you. Omnitude is a radical concept in blockchain ecosystems. Not only creating your own blockchain solutions that integrate enterprise systems, supply chains, and e-commerce platforms, but also enabling a community of app developers that can imagine, build, and deploy blockchain solutions to real-world problems. So what does that mean? It sounds like, if you're not really hip in the tech industry or hip with the latest business terms, maybe you don't maybe you don't know what all that means. So let's break it down. Omnitude is coming up with its own blockchain solutions for these three things here: enterprise systems, supply chains, and e-commerce platforms. Let's look at those first. What is enterprise systems? Okay, for those of you that don't know, I'll just show you a little definition here. Enterprise systems, large-scale application software packages that support business processes. Let's just leave it at that. These are, enterprise systems are software. It's software that businesses use internally. It could be for their inventory. It could be for, in their warehousing. It could be accounting. Any software system that a business would use is part of enterprise systems. So that's the first step. If you wanted, let's see, yeah, as I said, accounting would be an example. Customer relationship management software, customer service software, you know, that's what that is. All of that would be part of enterprise systems. So that's what that is. That's the first thing that they're trying to integrate. The second thing is going to be supply chains. So what are supply chains? supply chains, the sequence of processes involved in the production and distribution of a commodity. So what does that mean? That's very simple. It's just any business that produces something and then distributes it out to either retail stores or restaurants or wherever they're doing, that's a supply chain. Most of the larger companies have their own supply chain. So if we looked at examples of companies that had their own supply chain, it would be, like McDonald's. McDonald's produces their own food, and they distribute their food and ingredients out to their different restaurants, and so that's their supply chain. They're producing and then they're shipping it out. Amazon, of course, also has the same type of deal. Intel, there's lots of companies that have their own supply chain, but basically it's anything involved with the production, manufacturing, and distribution of their product. That's what the supply chain is. So we've got the software systems of the businesses, we've got the manufacturing and production and delivery of their product, and then finally the e-commerce platforms. So this one probably you're more familiar with, because pretty much we think of e-commerce and we think of Amazon or online stores, that type of thing. So that's what e-commerce is. And e-commerce platforms would be a place where a business or a person could go set up his own little online store. So if you build an e-commerce platform and you make it available to the public, then people could come on your platform and they could build a little store for themselves. And there are examples of this already out there as well. And let's see, software technology. Yeah, this was the definition. E-commerce platform is a software technology solution that allows you to build storefronts, which is what I just said. So I just had that definition out for you. And some examples of that already exist that are not on the blockchain would be Shopify and some of these others here, which you might be familiar with. Some of the larger retailers like Amazon would have their own platform, like a self-hosted platform, where because they have their own IT department, they have people that build these platforms for them, so they don't really need to go on somebody else's platform. But if you're smaller and you don't have the technical expertise, and but you have a product that you want to sell and you want to set up a little online store somewhere, then you can go on to somebody else's e-commerce platform and you can set up a little store for yourself, a little retail store, and then you can start selling your product online. Okay, so that's all pretty simple. And then they say they want to integrate these three things. Basically, they want to make it so that any company that wants to participate, or person, if they want to participate in the Omnitude ecosystem, that regardless of the software that they use or the supply chain processes they have going on, regardless of any of that, they will still be able to smoothly transact using the Omnitude platform and ecosystem. So you don't have to, businesses won't have to change their software or uproot all their processes. They'll just be able to seamlessly go on to the Omnitude platform and get into the Omnitude ecosystem and be able to participate and transact in this whole project. So that's all that means. And then lastly down here it says they want to enable app developers that can imagine, build, and deploy blockchain solutions to real-world problems. They just want to help app developers achieve their visions or whatever it is they're trying to build. So pretty lofty goals. They're on target, I believe. Now, along those lines, I'll just say that I have investigated this ICO thoroughly, and I have run it through my checklist that I have. If you watch my other videos, you know that I have an extensive list of things that I go through. And this project is 100% legit. It is a very good project, and it checks out. It checked out of all of my points, and I'm quite impressed with it. I wouldn't bring it to you if it was any other way. I don't do reviews on ICOs that I don't think are good, and I will never do those paid reviews. So yeah, that's just not going to be part of this channel. We're just going to do these. If I think they're good, I'll bring them to you, and if I don't think they're good, you might hear about it in passing on one of my videos, but I won't do a video on it, that's for sure. Okay, and real quick, I will show you what it looks like after you have registered with them. This is inside on your dashboard. They take Bitcoin and Ethereum, and again, it's as of March 28th. So you can go ahead and set your account up now and do your KYC. You've got your things on the side here. Your KYC is down here. If you click on that, it'll take you to the page. There's only 3 things that they need: front ID, back ID, and then proof of address. So I've done all mine. It's very, very seamless. It's not hard to go through. So you can go on there and register and get that done, and then you'd be all set for March 28th when it starts. Okay, and I wanted to just take a few minutes and go through some of the white paper. I'm not going to go through every little detail, but I did want to point out a few things. If you read through it, you'll see that the online e-commerce industry is huge, and it's grown a lot in the past 5 or 10 years, and it will continue to do so. And they have figures on there you can look at, but it's a huge industry. But one of the biggest problems is that they're trying to solve is the fraud involved. And there are several different types of fraud that are going on. Clean fraud, account takeovers, identity fraud, reshipping fraud, going on each and every day online. So, you know, I personally have had this happen to me. I've had my identity hacked. I've had credit card information stolen. And I've even had, which we'll get into in a second, but I've had merchandise come that I've ordered that wasn't the real thing. It was fake. So that's another kind of fraud. And so, you know, not to mention the fact that, you know, when you go on these different sites, you have to register, and you're putting all your information out there. Each and every time you transact with a different company, you're filling out another profile that's going out to God knows who. It's going out across the whole internet. Your personal information, your credit card information, you know, all of your personal data is going out there, and it's totally uncontrolled and unsecure, and just flying around for, you know, whoever to come and take advantage of it, and it happens. So that's one. Okay, and so the solution to the e-commerce fraud is Omnitude's single identity and single reputation provides the means to help merchants reduce the most usual form of e-commerce fraud, identity theft, and so on. So that they're going to have basically a single identity solution. When you go on there, you'll go through the KYC process with them one time, and then from then on, your information stays there, or with you actually, within your profile, and other merchants will be able to you'll be able to use the Omnitude platform and an app, if you will, and you're going to transact with those merchants, but you won't have to keep filling out the online profiles all over the place and putting all your information on 100 different sites in order to get things. Everything will be secured and maintained on the blockchain here, and you won't have to go through all of that. So single identity, once they know who you are, then nobody else will be able to impersonate you. It won't be possible with the blockchain. So that's good. And you go through, again, read all of it, you know, go through it and understand it, because it is important. Supply chain as well. You know, we've got problems with the supply chain, and I told you what that is, but we have counterfeit pirated goods is one of the biggest problems. And you know, 2.5% of global imports are pirated, and 86% of retailers say their sales are hurt by counterfeit goods. So I'm telling you personally, I have received counterfeit goods, and I know that goes on, and that's not helping the economy. It's not helping the merchants, and it's not helping the consumers. So also real-time information on customer deliveries is a problem, because either customers didn't receive dispatch and delivery date notifications, or the e-tailers did not receive a delivery confirmation, and so those are problems as well. You know, you can't track the information like you're supposed to be able to, and so that's a big problem. So the solution, again, Omnitude solution, is allowing for individual items or shipments to be tagged with identifiers to be tracked as they move along the supply chain. So from raw materials, components, to assembled goods, to finished products, to final customer delivery. So, and while they're traveling through these different points, at each item's location, they'll be recorded by a trusted witness and written immutably to Omnitude's blockchain. So each step of the way, they're getting logged and tracked and recorded onto the blockchain, which cannot be changed. So smart contracts running at each Omnitude node will track the item's progress. It'll release payments to shippers, suppliers, or milestones when they're reached, without the need for manual reconciliation, and regardless of how many different parties are involved. So all of that is going to be, it will be the solution to many of those problems. And so identity confirmation, we did talk about that. And it also has to do with the reviews that people are leaving online, and many times the reviews are fraudulent, and either people are putting fake reviews on there, or businesses are doing it to get an edge on their competitors. And so Omnitude again has the identity confirmation, where they will reduce fake reviews and fake identities, or eliminate it altogether if you're going through Omnitude's platform. And honestly, those fake reviews are costing a lot. They're costing consumers, and they're costing merchants a lot. They're making it so that consumers that wouldn't normally buy something, they're buying it and it's crap, or the review just wasn't fake. I mean, I'm sorry, it just wasn't real. Or they're making it so that certain businesses have an edge on another business, and so that's not good either. And the way that Omnitude will be reducing the fraudulent reviews will be whenever somebody goes to leave a review, it would be verified that they had an actual transaction to go along with that review, that they are indeed a purchaser of that product, and so also recorded and verified in the blockchain. So you won't be able to just go in and leave a fake review, because if you don't have a purchase to go along with it, then it will not be counted as valid. So that's a pretty good system they have. And so that'll probably do it for the white paper. I'll let you guys go through the rest of it. There's a lot of good information. It's laid out very well and very easy to understand. So you can go through and check out the different parts of it. I did look at their team, and all of the team members have, that I could see, well, there might be a few that don't have it, but most of them have their LinkedIn profiles connected to it. And most of them are fairly well known, that I can see, that are involved in other projects as well. I don't want to bore you with all the details, but it's always a good sign when they have their LinkedIn profiles and you can go in and check them out. So I encourage you to do that, but it's a large team and there's a lot of experience on this team. So I'll just leave that at that. And the roadmap is also there for you to see. This project did start back in Q3 of 2017, as you see there. And the ICO, as I said, is going on now, but the main sale will be March 28th through April 25th, as I said. It's 100 million tokens total supply, 100 million. So it's not completely outrageous. It's a good amount. And they're estimating that there will be about 55 million circulating supply. There will be a token burn after the ICO is complete, and the estimated market cap is between 27 and 28 million. They're planning on being listed on some exchanges in Q2. Yep, Q2 of 2018. So sometime before the end of June, they would be listed on live on exchanges. And if you look at their social media, they're very active. Twitter and Telegram are very active, and I keep up with them. I read their messages on Twitter and go into the Telegram chat once in a while. But you know, they have quite a few followers, 12.7 thousand followers, which is pretty good for an ICO. They also have a Reddit page you can look at, their LinkedIn page, Facebook, and Medium page that they have here. So I would encourage you to look at it and check out their Telegram page to see if you know, you can always participate, but mostly you can read a lot of the comments. People are shooting comments back and forth, and you can kind of get a feel for what's going on and see if it's something that you might be interested in. And also, just wanted to point out, ICO Bench gave them a 4.6 rating, which is really good, with 25 expert ratings, which is really good. So if you keep up with it at all, you can see that that's not bad. That's not bad. So I would look through that if I were you. They do have a video here too. I didn't show the video. I think it's 3 minutes long or so, but the video is okay. I wanted to just make this really plain and simple and walk through each basic step of it and not get too technical. So but you can check that out if you want to. But overall, this is a solid project. Okay, this is a legitimate project, and the team is good, and all of the points have been checked off on my list on this one. It's also gaining popularity, and more and more people are starting to talk about it. Their tweets are getting circulated more and retweeted, and you know, that's always a good sign, because you want to see some good social activity in these in order, because if there has to be some hype. I mean, there has to, in order for it to catch on. And and that's another reason why I wanted to make the video, to bring it to you guys. So it's definitely 2 thumbs up, good project, and I think it's going to be a great ICO. There is other competition in this area. There are other ICOs and other projects like this out there that you'll find, quite a few actually, but I haven't done videos on any of the other ones. This one to me caught my eye, and I think it's going to be one of the better ones, and so that's why I bring it to you, and I do recommend it. So that's about it, but I appreciate everything that everyone has done, all the likes and the comments that I've gotten, and I appreciate everyone that's used my little links that I leave below there. It helps to get some extra coins and to support the channel. And so believe me, every little bit makes a difference, and it really does help, and I do appreciate it a lot. So if you have any comments or questions, just go ahead and leave them below, And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll bring you as many of these ICO opportunities and other opportunities that I can find as I can, and we'll just kind of go from there. But if anybody has any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks.